Welcome students. In previous lecture, we seen the expression for crippling load when the both ends are hinged or pinned, and second one is what expression for crippling load when both ends are fixed. Okay. Today we are going to see expression for crippling load when one end is fixed and other end of column are hinged. Okay. So see here. Consider a column AB of length L and uniform area A fixed one end and hinged at other end as shown in figure. Okay. Let P is what crippling load at which the column is just buckled. MO is equal to fixing moment at fixed end A. Okay. See, this is what column. Okay. This is what total length L. This is column AB. Okay. See here. This is what load P is here. Again load P is here. This is what crippling load. Yes, this is what reaction at point B. Next, XX section is here. At this XX section, this is lateral displacement. Y is here. Okay. Now the distance of this XX section from this end A, this is nothing but what? L. This is nothing but what? X. Okay. Now this distance is nothing but what? This total L minus this X. That means this is L minus X. Okay. See here. MO is equal to what? Fixing moment as fixed end A. Okay. H is equal to horizontal reaction at end B. X is equal to what? Distance of section XX from end A. Y is equal to what? Lateral displacement or deflection of column at section XX. Okay. Therefore, bending moment at XX section is M is equal to minus P into Y plus H into bracket L minus X. Okay. That means this crippling load P into this lateral displacement Y, okay, plus H, this is what horizontal reaction at point B into this distance. This is nothing but what? L minus X. Okay. Therefore, EI d2y by dx square plus Py, that means comes here, okay, is equal to H into bracket L minus X. Okay. Therefore, d2y by dx square plus P divided by EI into Y is equal to H divided by EI into bracket L minus X. That means dividing by EI to this equation, we get this one. Okay. Therefore, d2y by dx square plus P divided by EI into Y is equal to H divided by EI into bracket L minus X into P by P. Okay. That means multiplying by P and dividing by P. That means the term will not be affected. This term will not be affected by this term because we are multiplying by P and dividing by P. This implies P divided by EI into H divided by P into bracket L minus X. Okay. This is nothing but what? A differential equation. Okay. Therefore, the solution of differential equation is Y is equal to C1 cos bracket X under root P divided by EI plus C2 sin X under root P divided by EI plus H divided by P into bracket L minus X. This is nothing but what? Equation number 1. Where this C1 and this C2 are the constants of integration. Okay. Therefore, we are going to find out the slope of this equation number 1. So simply differentiate this equation with respect to x. Okay. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to minus C1 under root P divided by EI sin X under root P divided by EI plus C2 under root P divided by EI into cos X under root P divided by EI minus H divided by P. This is equation number 1. That means here cos term is there. Differentiation of this cos is nothing but what? Sin. Okay. Okay. Next, this term is different from X. Therefore, we are differentiating terms again. That means double derivative is there. Okay. That comes here. Okay. Next is what? Sin term is here. If we differentiate this sin, we got this cos. Okay. Again, this term is different from X. Okay. So the differentiated terms once again we got this under root P divided by EI. Okay. Next is what? This term minus H divided by P. This is equation number 2. Okay. Applying boundary condition. See here. First condition is that at point A when X is equal to 0 and deflection Y is equal to 0. Okay, put this equation, substituting in equation 1 we get, that means substituting in this equation number 1 we get Y is equal to 0 and X is equal to 0. Suppose put X is equal to 0 here, that means these terms become 0. Okay, cos 0 is equal to 1. See here, C1 cos 0. Okay. Next C2 sin. Put x is equal to 0 here. That means this whole term becomes 0. Here that's why C2 sin of 0 plus h divided by p into bracket L minus x. Put x is equal to 0. So what we get? Plus h divided by p into L. Okay. Now cos of 0 is equal to 1. That means comes here C1. Okay. Plus sin of 0 is equal to 0. That means whole terms become 0. So here is 0. Okay. Plus h divided by p into L. So C1, we got C1 is equal to minus h divided by p into L. Okay. Now next, condition number 2. At A, when x is equal to 0 and slope dy by dx is equal to 0. Substituting in equation 2, we get 0 is equal to minus h divided by p into L into bracket under root p divided by ei sin of 0 plus C2 under root p divided by ei cos of 0 minus h divided by p. Okay. 0 is equal to here sin 0, that means whole terms become 0. So 0 is here plus C2 cos 0 is equal to 1. So only this term becomes here. Okay. Minus h divided by p. Therefore C2 is equal to h divided by p under root ei divided by p. Now condition number 3. At B, when x is equal to L, deflection y is equal to 0. Substituting in equation number 1, we get 0 is equal to minus h divided by p L cos under root h into bracket L under root p divided by ei plus h divided by p under root ei divided by p, that is value of C2. Okay. Sin L under root p divided by ei plus h divided by p into L minus L. That means L minus 1, that is 0. That means whole term becomes this 0. So what remains? This term, two terms remains here. Okay. Put this minus h by p here. Okay. H divided by p under root ei divided by p sin bracket L under root p divided by ei is equal to h divided by p into multiplied by L into cos of bracket L under root p divided by ei. Okay. So what if we take, here is sin, here is cos, so we got here tan of L under root p divided by ei is equal to L under root p divided by ei. So solution of this equation, see here, L under root p divided by is equal p divided by ei is equal to 4.5 radians. Okay. Squaring on both sides, we get a square into p divided by ei is equal to 20.25. Okay. So see here, therefore p is equal to 20.25 ei divided by L square, but approximately 20.25 is equal to 2 pi square. Okay. Therefore p is equal to 2 pi square ei divided by L square. This is nothing but what? Crippling load when one end is fixed and one end of the column is hinged or pinned. Okay. This is what derivation. Thank you.